As the sun filters through the shade in my office, I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I trust you found this past week as profitable as I have to just think about that whole definition of what culture is and to struggle with what it is in reality, both the unspoken aspects and the unspoken aspects. Last week was quite an interesting week for me for the first time in 25 years of use of laptop, I spilled water on my laptop. So I am jumping around with old computers trying to make things work and look forward to getting my new MacBook Air later in this week. Also had a surprise last night that the church where I've been serving as interim pastor has called a new pastor, but he is starting immediately, which means that I have completed my pastoral work in Minonk. Again, there are some cultural dynamics there that are quite interesting. This week, we are going to be looking at reading this book about the art of crossing cultures. I think it is going to be, again, a helpful book for us. Now, while there is an emphasis in this book about crossing international borders, shall we say, to understand culture, you and I are working on the focus within our own church. And so the paper that you'll be writing is describing 4 layers of congregational culture with a focus on the church that you are going to be evaluating for week 8. And again, I want to encourage you to be thinking about that and making some plans, because it's not something that you can easily pull off in a week when you need to gather people with you to interact with them, to help them understand culture and understand what you need so that you can write your final paper. In our discussion boards, we'll be addressing that question. Describe a time when you have had to adjust to a culture different from your own. How do the layers of culture help you better understand the experience? And the experience does not have to be a positive experience. It can be a frustrating one. But whatever that is, you need to think that one through. Again, I want to remind you that on our discussion boards, the discussion boards are a vital part of our learning experience. When you make that initial post, it needs to be 300 words long. And when you respond, it needs to be 100 words long. And you can do some critiquing of the length of what you have written and evaluate how you can adjust that length in an appropriate way to meet the criteria. I look forward to getting your papers tonight and seeing what you have put together in learning from this first week. God bless you, and always feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you for participating. I have a little chart that I'm going to finalize and help for each of us to understand the church that we are working with so that we understand one another a little better. Is it a church of 50, or is it a church of 5,000? Is it a church in the inner city, or is it a church in a rural village? And you can look forward to having a little fun with that and comparing your situation with the situation of other members of our class. God bless you. I trust you had an awesome day of worship yesterday and a great time of encouragement and fellowship with God's people. I'll talk at you another time. God bless.